Good morning, 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 morning. So, Monday magic is upon us again. And this one, I thought I'd give you something a little bit more educational, something that you can really use and take, pretty much anywhere. And the good thing about this little trick is it'll work for your social content, it'll work for email content. It'll work for podcast content. It'll work for YouTube channel content. It'll work for all kinds of things. Hey, Jeanette. It'll work for all kinds of things, right? And I get asked all the time about content and, how I come up with content and how do you come up with endless content? How do you find something? How do you find a technique? How do you find a strategy that means that you can stick to it? How do you never run out of ideas? All of these things that I've learned how to do over the years and do pretty effortlessly. I can't even say effortlessly now, but I know that you guys really struggle with it. So there's 3 really simple things, right? And these will apply to any niche. And I challenge you, if it doesn't apply to your niche, like ping me back. I want to hear you in the comment section, wherever you're hearing this. I want to hear you because I don't know how you can't apply this. And by all means, if you don't know how you can apply it and you're here live or on replay, like say, how can I do this, Sam? And I'll give you an answer. I'm going to help you. I have had a bit of an idea around some content because I know that people struggle with how to, apply a particular trend or a particular idea to their niche. And I've had this kind of rattling around in my head for a little while. You hear or you see these things on Reels, and I don't freaking know. It could be anything. I can usually think of a way of applying that particular reel to any of my marketing pillars. So essentially, I could use that content in 3 different ways. And I don't know if that would be helpful for you to see how I take one sound or one trend and turn it into 3 different types of content. If it would, tell me in the comments, let me know. But let's get down to business, right? So there's 3 things that you should always think about. If you sit down at your desk and you're like, what the heck am I going to write about today? What am I going to email about? What's my content going to be? If you've got no inner inspiration coming on through, this is what you can think about, right? What did you hear? What did you read? Or what did you see? Now, I'm going to give you some examples of that, right? So this morning, I don't know if you've seen my reel, I had an absolute tit of myself on the school run this morning, saying to someone that I thought her electric blue hair was fabulous, and actually it wasn't her hair at all. It was a hat, and you couldn't even see her hair because her hair was tucked up under the hat. So I made a complete dickhead of myself, but it's a really good example of me using what I saw as a piece of content, okay? What did I hear? It could be something that you hear. I've got a reel planned for something that I heard. It kind of is I heard and I saw in the supermarket over the weekend. So it was hilarious, and I had to refrain and pull myself back in. But I'm walking down the supermarket aisle, and there is very clearly a mother with, I think I would say it's her mother, and they were doing some shopping with a little one in the trolley, and the man was here. So they were over in the cheese bit, same aisle, cheese section, coleslaw, and the guy's standing there going, coleslaw. And the mum are just like chatting and chit-chatting, and he's going, coleslaw, like hilarious, right? It's what I heard, so I could turn that into content. And what I read, I very often will create content based upon some of the stuff that I read, whether that's something that comes up and down my feed, whether that's something that comes in from a client, whether that's, I'm looking this morning, I sent a survey out, a marketing survey, so I've got loads of responses on that. So I'm reading lots of that. And that has prompted this particular subject for a live. So there will be categorically things in and around you that you can use and tweak and change to use for content in your business. So just think about it. What did you see? What did you hear? And what did you read? One of those will give you something that you can turn into content. And it's 3 subjects, 3 content topics that will work regardless of your niche. Yes, obviously part of my content marketing is, I'm pretty funny and I usually put out some funny stuff, right? And that's part of who I am. but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's who you are either, right? So think about it. What have you seen? What have you read up and down your Facebook feed, as an example, that either you agree with, or perhaps you disagree with it, or maybe it's neither of those. Maybe it's just your take on it, and it's not that you agree nor disagree. It's just that you have a bit of a different opinion on it. You know, what could you turn that into some sort of content? Like I say, what did you see? Have you been out and about this weekend? Did you hear something in the playground with the school mums? You know, is it that you're watching a reel? Did you see something on a reel? Did you see something on TikTok? Have you been watching something on YouTube that you think, you know, you could use as inspiration for something of your own? You know, and again, what did you hear? There will be content around you all the time. And yes, it takes like a little bit of effort and it takes a bit of practice. And I think for part of that, it also takes the switch in your brain to be flicked on that says it's okay that I post stuff that's non-business related. I think we get caught up in that bit quite a lot. So there are people that legitimately get all caught up with, oh, I've got to create, hey Lisa, hey Rebecca, I've got to create content that's consistently around my business, when in fact you don't actually need to do that at all. Your business will rely, or should rely, on you having X amount of content that's just about you as well. You know, you're not reinventing the wheel. Your business is probably nothing new. It's probably been done a gazillion times over. The only thing that's unique about your business is you. So if you're not putting you into your marketing, you're legitimately missing a trick. Like 110%. It's what makes you unique. It's what makes you stand out. It's what people will fall in love with. They'll fall in love with you before they fall in love with your content, before they'll fall in love with your products or your services. They'll fall in love with you first. So if you're taking you out of that equation, maybe that's why your content isn't doing the thing that you want it to do right now. So those are my 3 super simple things that if you get to that, and I know it happens, right? And it happens to me. Like, I don't want you to think that it doesn't ever happen to me, because it does. It's just that I'm really well armed with tools and techniques and things that I've built and used over the years that I can go, right, okay, rather than just sitting here like bashing my head against the keyboard with what am I going to write today? What am I going to do today? I have some things. I'm like, okay, what did I hear? What did I read? What did I see? And I guarantee you can apply it to your business. Okay, so as usual, I keep Monday Magic nice and short. I want you to go and play around with that. Like I said, it can be social media content. It can be from your podcast. It can be for your YouTube channel. It can be for your email list. You know, it can be any of those things. It can be for I don't know, you've got to write an article for someone. Any of those things, and it will work as long as you learn how to segue it into your business, so you can tell a story. And then as long as it's got some sort of relating thing, if you want it business related, segue it into your business in some way, connect it up. That's all segue really means, is just like connect it up. You're pretty much good to go. All right, so that's Monday Magic done. I will see you again next Monday. If you're in the comments, let me know. Is this going to work? Do you think it can work? Do you think you're going to struggle with it? Do I need more examples of it? Because I want to help you. Content is going to be my main focus for the next little while. So I'm going to be here to help you. And I know it's something that you guys tell me actively, certainly from that market research I've just done, that you need. All right. So happy Monday, and I'll see you all soon.